Hi friends, as we all know, human being has been gifted with a unique thing called thinking. We all know what thinking is, but we all have a vague idea of what thinking is. There are various types of thinking, and thinking has evolved like anything. If you see, I can list out a few types of thinking like creative thinking, critical thinking, lateral thinking, so on and so forth. Today, we will discuss about critical thinking. Critical thinking has been a big issue and a debate has been running regarding critical thinking right from the period of Plato, Socrates till now in this modern digital age. People are not having enough idea of what is critical thinking, what really it deals with. Today, I will throw some light on what is critical thinking. Critical thinking is the ability to think clearly, rationally, connect different ideas logically. It is thinking from a neutral ground. We should not have any bias over thinking. Say for example, how do you identify that a news which we hear or see is a fake news? We need critical thinking to prove it. Let's see how critical thinkers think. Critical thinkers think objectively. They never have their own personal opinions or bias when they think. They ask open-ended questions. They rigorously ask questions regarding various ideas. They don't accept the facts at the face value. They question it again and again till they get the real meaning behind it. Say for example, to prove critical thinking, I'll give a very simple thing. We all have heard about bedtime stories from our parents. A small child who does not possess critical thinking believes that a fairy tale has put some money below the pillow. But as you evolve and grow up, you hardly accept this fact, even though money is placed below the pillow. Hope you have understood the concept of critical thinking with this simple example. Now let's see the key components of critical thinking. The first component is identification of the problem or the situation. Who are all the people involved in this problem and how they are related to the problem. The second important thing is doing research. You all know arguments are persuasive. People bias the arguments to their benefits. So as a critical thinker, you should be able to stand on a neutral ground and without bias, you have to look into the problem. The third one is judgment. As we all know, the judge sees arguments on both the sides and then uses his systematic valuation methods and without any personal opinion or bias gives a judgment. The fourth one is relevance of information. How relevant the information is. As we all know, the raw data which we get doesn't come with any summary or end result. We have to extract the ideas and the real values information it gives us. So we have to evaluate it. The next key component is inference, inferring the information from the problem. And the final one is curiosity. Rather than accepting problems with its face value, let's ask probing questions, open-ended questions, objectively analyze it and get the problem right in the right sense and analyze it and solve it in a systematic fashion. Now let's see a few examples of critical thinking in a real-time scenario. In military applications, a tactics used by sergeants with his captain is the best example for critical thinking to establish a critical mission. The second one is a soccer coach in the halftime of the match, critically analyzing the weakness of the opponent team and providing tactics to win the game. And a teacher putting forth questions and giving great insight to the students. Hope you have understood what critical thinking is and how it influences our life.